Why are no big media outlets or sources out there talking about CTE as it relates to the behavior of Antonio Brown? His personality has changed like that, and a clear indication something's going wrong mentally with him, chemically.
That's right.
Whatever. The cops coming out to his house the other day, all the profanity he was slinging out left and right, the situation that's always going on with his ex and him, and his fighting with teams left and right, not getting along with anybody in a locker room or an organization as a whole. The fact that his attorneys left him, his agent is parting ways with him. This guy is a clear problem. The fact that the NFL has even considered letting Antonio Brown back into the league.
Take a lap!
This before the police fiasco at his property the other day, of course, but it's head scratching to me because somewhere along the lines, in an email, in the minutes of a meeting somewhere, they had to have documented that this guy could potentially be looking at some kind of mental illness, or maybe he has CTE. Maybe they speculated that. I'm speculating here. I don't know the details of these meetings. I don't know anything about it in regards to the NFL's perspective, but it's head scratching to me that they've even considered it and that the conversation hasn't been made public or come out at all across any newswire outlet anywhere. Any big news source has not talked about the fact that he could have CTE. Is it the best thing to put this guy back into a uniform taking hits? And how related, this sounds funny, and I'm not joking, how related are his head issues and his change of personality and potential mental health problems, speculation on my part, how related are those to the fact that the guys wore the same freaking helmet since Pop Warner? How do you even do that? A Pop Warner helmet is tiny. If you expand something, doesn't it lose thickness on the helmet?
Smitty, you're not hearing Scientology. Anything is possible. Woo! You know,
how has this not become an issue where they're like, let's examine why he might have head issues or head trauma? The dude's been wearing a helmet that was designed for a Pop Warner athlete taking Pop Warner hits. This situation, I think, is going to become a bigger one down the road, especially as his behavior changes and gets worse and worse and worse. We haven't seen nothing yet. If you think you've seen the beginnings of Antonio Brown unraveling, I have news for you. Stay glued to the news wires and every news outlet out there, because Antonio Brown is just getting started. And I think we'll see more people talking about CTE, potential mental health issues, as we move forward on this journey of Antonio Brown unraveling. And Logan Paul, you should be ashamed of yourself for wanting to punch a man that has potentially, I'm guessing, speculation, potentially has CTE. You should be ashamed of yourself. And he probably still beat you.
Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.